Okay, today we're going to start talking about comparison symbols. And you may not know what that means right now, but that's what we're going through it. We're going to start talking about comparison symbols. Let's look at this first slide. We're going to look at two numbers. And I'm going to model for you the process you need to do, what needs to go on in your brain while you're looking for a number when you're comparing two numbers. That's why they're called comparison. We're going to be comparing. The first one we have the number 64, and we have the number 39. I am looking at those two numbers. And my question asks me which one is larger. When I do that, when I look at that, I'm going to look at 64. And I know that in 64 I have 6 tens. Over in 39 I only have 3 tens. And I know that 6 tens are larger than 3 tens, so that I can figure out that the number 64 is larger than 39, correct? Yes. Okay. I have two more numbers. I have 27 and 71. I'm going to first look at the tens place. Here's the tens place in this number. Here's the tens place in this number. In 27, I have how many tens, everybody? 2. 2 tens. In 71, I have how many tens? 7. So if I'm finding out which one is larger, 2 tens or 7 tens going to be larger? 7. Thank you, 7 tens. So I know that 71 is larger than 27. Now I'm going down, I've got two more numbers. I have 58 and 52. Again, I'm going to start in the tens place. Ruh-roh. I have 5 tens in the first number. I have 5 tens in the second number. I want you to turn and talk to your partner and tell them, what do you think I need to do now? Turn and talk. Macaroni cheese. Everybody freeze. Somebody raise your hand and tell me, what in the world am I going to do now? I have 2 5s that are the two. Both have 5s in both of the 10 places. What in the world am I going to do? Yes, ma'am.
You should go to the second number and see which one's the biggest.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. And that second number is in what place, everybody?
1.
Yes, I'm going to move to the ones place. When the tens place are the same, that's exactly what I'm going to do. High five to you. I'm going to move to that ones place. And this one has 8 ones, and this one has 2 ones, and I know that 8 ones is larger than 2 ones, so 58 is larger than 52. Easy sneezy?
Yes, easy.
All right, so now we're going to switch and compare these numbers, and we're going to go which ones are smaller. The same process. We have two numbers. We have a 74 and a 35. I'm going to start in the tens place. I have 7 tens. I have 3 tens. But this time I'm looking for smaller. And in my mind, I know that 3 tens are going to be smaller than 7 tens. So 35 has to be smaller than 74. No problem?
No problem.
Okay, 24 and 80. I'm going to start in the... Absolutely. And this number has 2 tens. And this number has 8 tens. How many tens are small? Which is smaller, 8 tens or 2 tens?
2 tens.
So which number is going to be smaller, everybody?
24.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Uh-oh. Here we go again. My last two numbers, 39 and 31. I have a 3 in the tens place. I have a 3 in the tens place. But everybody knows, no problem. I'm going to move to the... Beautiful. Ones place. 9 ones. 1 1. I'm looking for the one that is smaller. So which one is smaller? 39 or
31.
Thank you. No problem. You did a nice job. Easy, no problems at all. So now let's look. When our very first slide, when we first started and I first started talking, I said we're going to use comparison symbols. Whoops. I'm going to use comparison symbols. I'm about to show you what I mean by symbols. A symbol is something that represents something else. So if I see this over here on the wall, if I see this flag, I know that is a symbol of the United States, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. Thank you for your wonderful manners. That's what we have symbols in math too, where you see something and it represents something else. And I'm about to show you what I mean by that. I again have two numbers. I have 25 and I have 97. I'm going to start in that tens place again. 25 has 2 tens. 97 has 9 tens. And I am going to compare the two. This time it didn't ask me which one is larger, which one is smaller. What I'm doing is I'm going to show you how we use a symbol to show that. I look at 25 and only see 2 tens, and I look at 97 and I see 9 tens. So I know that 25 is smaller than 97. So this is what I'm going to do. By 25, I'm going to put a dot. I'm going to change the color real quickly. I'm going to put a dot. Only one dot, because it's the smaller number. 97 is the larger number because 9 tens is larger than 2 tens. So I'm going to put 2 dots by it. You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm going to connect the dots. Watch. God bless you. That, my friends, is called a less than sign. That is a less than symbol. When you see this symbol, that means less than. And you can see this smaller part was at the front when we see it. So we know that that is less than. Watch. Here's how I would read that. 25 is less than 97. We're going to practice using these dots for right now until we get really good at writing those symbols, okay? Getting it? Let's watch again. I'm going to model another one. We have 59 and 16. I'm going to start in the... And this one I have how many tens? And this one I have? One. I have 1. I know that 5 tens is larger than 1 ten. So I'm going to put 2 dots because that's larger. That's the bigger one. 2 is larger than 1, right?
Yes.
By that number, I'm going to put the 1 dot over here by the 16, and I'm going to connect the dots again. If this is called a less than sign, what do you think that's called? It absolutely is. It is called a greater than sign, or a greater than symbol. It represents greater than. And you can tell that because here's the bigger part. You see this? This open part is larger, right, than this little bitty point. So if I read it, I'm going to say 59 is greater than 16. There are your two of our comparison symbols. Less than, here's the little part that starts first, so this is less than. The larger part starts first here, so this is called greater than. Easy? Easy enough? Okay, here we go. Now, we're back down at the bottom where we see that 40, we see two numbers, 44 and 44. And I know I can go to the tens place, they're the same, and they're the ones place, and they're the same. So there is no less than, there is no greater than. What are those two numbers? Raise your hand high if you know what. I can't put a less than sign, and I can't put a greater than sign. What are these two numbers? We know these two numbers are what?
They're equal to.
Absolutely, they are equal to. They are equal to, and I know every one of you knows what an equal sign looks like because you used it when you add, right?
Yes.
If we add, we put 1 plus 1 equals 2. There's that equal sign. That same symbol goes right here. 44 is equal to 44. And those are our comparison symbols. That's what we are going to practice doing today. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the recording, but we're going to continue on with your iPad, and we're going to continue practicing some of those and having you make those symbols. Thank you for doing such an awesome job today. Thank you.
Can I go in?